They've been there and done that. And now the baddest of the rock gods methodically analyze and dissect musical notes, compositions, and riffs that made them go from the stage to the couch. This is My Favorite Riff. Here's your host, Nikki Sixx.
Nikki Sixx here. It's My Favorite Riff. Sydney Ellen is here. What's happening? Give me some knuckles there. I found her on Instagram.
Yes.
Going through looking at guitar things, and you popped up, and I reached out to you, and I was really glad when I found out you're right here from Southern California.
In Southern California, I was, it's such an honor, really. I'm so excited to be here, really. Yeah. I'm so excited, just the rock feel of everything here. It's what I'm all about, rock and roll.
And it was just nice to watch you playing and seeing the passion that you have, and then I found out you're 22 years old, and I just love seeing young guitar players. There's so many guys, my age and maybe 10 years younger and 10 years older came from that hard rock school and really know how to play guitar. And then there's a lot of younger guys that maybe didn't grow up with it as much, and girls as well. So, it was really inspiring. That's why I wanted to have you come do the show.
Thank you. No, I love it. I think I'm ultimately just obsessed with guitar, and I think we all are. I think we all are just obsessed with guitar.
Well, I feel a little bit depressed if I can't play. You ever get like
Me
that?
Me too. You have to. You always have to play, and I think, I'll see something on TV. I'll see somebody playing, and I'll go, wait, I want to go pick up the guitar now. I want to go play. I think it's so funny how we just get obsessed with this beautiful instrument. Really, it's amazing.
When did you start playing? I
started playing when I was 12 years old. And it's really funny because...
So you've been playing 10 years.
Yes, about 10 years. And it's really funny because I had been playing piano previously when I was younger.
Okay.
And I was always around good music, all good music, classic rock. But one day I had the radio on. I was with, my parents or something. And Black Dog came on. And I just remember those speakers, exploding. I was blown away that it was the tone. I really think it was the tone that got me. But... Yeah. And I had never played guitar. I've been playing piano, and I just went, I want to do that. Yeah. I want to do that. It's incredible.
That was that moment, yeah.
It's so crazy that was the moment. It was Black Dog that turned it for me. And I was like, I want to play guitar.
Yeah.
And that's what did it.
And
I've
heard you play a lot of Zeppelin stuff.
I love Zeppelin. I think that's all I played for maybe 2 years.
Yeah.
Just all the Zeppelin. I wanted to learn all the Zeppelin.
Well, Jimmy's such a great player, but also not only is he a great player, but his voicing is unique. And he knows how to be loose.
Absolutely.
Which is hard to do, right? Did you find that to be a challenge to be able to the way he plays isn't, you can play his parts on the money, but it doesn't sound right.
Yeah, he's a very loose player in a lot of those songs. It's tough. I feel like you just have to get with the drums. I think that's my thing. Get with the drums, because John Bonham's just grooving. He's grooving, and I think Page is banking off that. I think that's why he's so loose. So I always kind of go with the drums, and then you'll kind of find that flow, especially. But yeah, such a loose player, but it's just his voicing is strong. You're right, and his groove,
melodic,
and just he's melodic, and I think the way he attacks the guitar, that's what I love, because it's just mean. It's rude, and that's exactly what rock is.
That's what you heard. You heard Black Dog. Yeah,
it's rude, but it's amazing, and it hits the ears right. It's awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
I could talk about Zeppelin all day. Really.
Yeah. We can do that. Where's your guitar? Let's get your guitar.
The guitar is over here.
There it is. Tell me about this.
Oh, this beauty.
It's beautiful.
So I ended up. I play Gibson a lot, of course, coming from Jimmy Page, but I just walked into a guitar shop, and this was in the used section. And I remember walking in, I was in for something else, not even a guitar, and I went, what's that? What's that over there? And it called to me. It was, I love flashy things. I love, unique guitars. If anybody's on my Facebook, I talk about dogs and unique guitars. That's all I talk about.
Those are good things.
Yeah, so that's all I talk about. So
it matches your eyeshadow here.
I kind of went along with that.
That's great.
But and I saw it, and I'm super picky about the wood, the ebony, and I gotta have a good neck on it.
Yeah.
And so
you love ebony? Yeah.
I love ebony. Really, that's what got me.
I got the new Firebird, and it's not ebony. It's that. It's some kind of a plastic. It's super hard, but I can't tell the difference.
Okay, good.
Yeah, no, it's
good.
Really great. Yeah.
No, I love those. The new Gibsons too. I love them.
They really stepped it up.
It's so good. I love it. I love it. And then so I'm picky. I love the Les Paul body. So this just hanging on that wall, I just flourished. I went for it because you have to.
You mentioned something. For me, I played Thunderbirds, my whole career, and even my Schecter bass, it's in a Thunderbird type of a shape. And for me, the guitar that looks best on me is either an Explorer or a Firebird. So we get accustomed to a certain shape. Maybe it's how big I am. I'm taller. I'm a guy. A Les Paul looks weird on me. I have one. I have that 1968 right there, but it looks right on you. And maybe
that's interesting.
Different. A Flying V might look weird on you or something, but it looks right on the right person.
That is a good thought. I never thought about that. But yeah, Les Paul. I mean, maybe it was because I was so inspired by Zeppelin, and that's what I saw. And but
well, me, Pete Way from UFO was one of my heroes, and that's what he played. He played a Thunderbird, and when I first saw one on the wall, I was like, "That's my bass." That's
the thing. I think if you just know, just like hearing that song, you know. So absolutely.
Yeah. So maybe show me a couple of your favorite riffs.
Favorite riffs. Let's see.
And maybe why? Why do you love it? Yeah.
Let's see. Let's start with a Zeppelin. 4 sticks, right? Oh, I love it. I love it, and that's what I was talking about. It's rude, It's so mean. And I love these 2 notes in the beginning because it's so. It's just it doesn't feel quite right, but then we get to this note and we feel good, So, I love it. And that bend, that bend is just so.
Yeah.
It's rude. That's all I can explain. You know.
I think that's a good way of explaining it.
And I think with those drums behind it, it propels you forward. You know, it's not.
And that's a very simple riff, but I've never heard another riff like it.
That's the thing.
Sometimes like when you're a writer, you realize it's really right there. It's not all over the place. It's just kind of how you interpret it.
It's so Oh, I just love it. I love it. And that's such a Page style too. It's just it's loose. It's in the pocket. I love it.
Yeah.
Really, that's definitely one of my favorites. I'm trying to think of another one.
What size strings do you use?
I have.
They look like 11s.
Yeah, I've got 10s, and then I've got a 52 on the top.
Yeah, nice.
So, a little bit heavy. I mean, I had the standards for a while, but then I wanted something a little heavy on the top for the drop D and the all that. So
for sure.
Definitely, I like things a little heavier on the heavier side, like Zeppelin, but a little bit more.
Yeah.
Just a tad bit more.
Yeah. Do you like messing with different tunings?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I have a let's see, I went in like an acoustic song in an open E, which is creative to do. Is just it opens it. You're not stuck in this box that we get stuck in. And then I love drop D's. Just feels good. It's nice. Drop C is good. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
I love just going. Hey, let's do
It's fun. It's fun to write out of a different tuning. Because you instinctually might go to that same spot, and you're like, wait a minute, it doesn't sound the same, and it's the jumping off place for a new song.
Oh, I love it. It gets you out of that just box that we get stuck in, especially with standard tuning. We get stuck in the same shapes and the same.
I do. I pick up the guitar and I'll be sitting in the morning. I have coffee and I'll be playing guitar. I have like this little tiny Yamaha amp, and my wife's like, I notice I'm playing the same thing to wake up to. To kind of warm up, doing like pentatonic scales and little blues things, and I have to like literally go to a different tuning or force myself. Now, once I really start playing, I realize like there's a whole lot more to explore there. But my go-to spot's like kind of right in here. I don't know, but how about for you?
I think so too. Sometimes I kind of like to hang out down here, get kind of the low stuff, but definitely I go straight for that A like all the time.
Yeah.
So much is an A, you know, or sometimes we go to our open chords, but
I remember once Mick Mars said, "Why do you have to write all of our songs in A?" and I was like, because they sound good there.
It sounds good.
They sound good there.
Sounds good. Yeah. Well,
what else you got?
Let's see. I'm trying to think. I think one of my ultimate favorites is Thunderstruck. AC/DC.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love AC/DC. But
that's hard to play without not hitting the strings.
It is. I played it a lot.
Yeah. I heard they taped down the strings on that when they recorded. I don't know if that's true or not.
They probably did. I think they did. Yeah.
Because whenever I try to play it, I'll you jangle around a little bit here and there.
There's so
especially
many
on
strings
stage.
On stage, yeah, that's hard to play, and standing up and all that. But yeah, it's one of my favorites. It feels like thunder too. I think the name goes with it.
Yeah.
Because it just feels like thunder's coming, and of course the drums and all of that, it works great. But I love it. I think Zeppelin and AC/DC are in my top, just because AC/DC is pure, just straight up rock and roll. Straight up.
Do you love the blues?
Oh, I love the blues.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I love the blues coming from Jimmy Page as well. All day we could talk about that. But just coming from that, and I knew he was influenced by the blues.
Yeah.
So, when I was all into studying Zeppelin, I looked back into what he listened to and Muddy Waters and all of that. Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Because it's the basis of it. We, rock and roll was just inspired by all that. And
absolutely.
went a little heavier, give a little spice to it.
Yeah, well, I mean, even when you get to Black Sabbath, you don't really hear it, but it's based in the blues.
It's so funny. Yeah. I know, it's so funny, and I teach young students guitar sometimes, and it's so funny because I try to explain to them that the blues is everything.
Yeah.
It is everything, and they go, I don't know, and they don't want to learn the form and everything, but it is. It's based on everything. I'm like, you really should know this because everything comes from the blues.
Yeah. You like teaching?
I love it. I really do because it takes me back to when I was learning guitar.
Right.
And just seeing whoever they are, a young child or an adult student, they love guitar. They walk out and they're stoked to play that one song that they love, and that's what I did. I went, I was like, I love this song. I want to go play it, and they can go play it. I think it's good to do that because we get stuck in our own little world of writing or performing, and we need to take it back to where we really started.
Yeah,
and that's what it is.
Hey, tell me a little bit about your amp. Let's give a shout out to those guys. When you came in, I said, "What's that?" And you said, "It's kind of a secret."
It's a secret.
So it's a secret no more.
It's a secret no more. So I've got a Quilter amp over here, made by Pat Quilter, and he's got this shop in Costa Mesa, I think, just this little shop, and he makes these really sweet solid state amps, and this one can get pretty loud. It's just like a 2x10, and it can get really loud. It makes this great clean tone. So I use it with some pedals, but it's just perfect. It's light. It's not heavy. I'm used to carting around the big Marshall, and I love it, but it's just this hidden gem that I love. That you can
Is it kind of your go-to practice amp?
Practice amp go-to.
Does it break up a little bit as well?
Yeah. Oh, it's incredible. Really, I love it, and it's such a hidden. It's such a hidden gem.
We'll take some pictures of it and let people know about it.
It's so awesome. I love my Marshall and I love my PV, live because it can just crank up and get really loud. But this is just good for getting that sound that you want, getting that, especially clean tones, and just getting that, something not so loud if you want to enjoy it. So it can.
A clean tone's not easy to get.
That's why I went with Quilter. I went searching everywhere, and I love it all, but I went with Quilter.
Yeah, nice. Give me one more of your favorite riffs, and then I'm going to ask you to play something brand new that you have.
Okay, one more of my favorite riffs. Let's see. So I love Prince, actually. I love Prince.
Yeah.
He's an incredible musician. So
great guitar player.
Incredible. My mind was blown when I saw him play. Incredible. And so he does this version of Let's Go Crazy live. He did this version, and it's just, he has that faster version that he does. It's the dance one, but he did this slower, groovier version that I love. So it's got the super cool, and I love the fast version just as anybody, but this version it grooves, and that's what he was all about, and he just loved music, and he's a great musician, but just grooves. He's
one of those musicians where I don't think his guitar playing got as much attention as it should have. I mean, he was up there with some of the greats. I mean, he could shred, right?
He could shred, really, and his musicianship, really, on bass, everything. It was so.
Have you seen that video of him cutting? That one
where he's in the studio, and
I mean, mind blowing.
Mind blowing. He's just there grooving, and
he looked like the ultimate rock star on top of it. And you feel with Prince, he didn't really get dressed up. He just was. He was his style. He was his music. He was Prince.
He was, really. Ultimate respect, really. He's incredible. he was a great guitar player, and his choice of musicians who he played with.
Yeah.
He would handpick them. He would go, I want this musician by my side, and we're gonna work together. We're gonna play 12 hours a day rehearsing and get this down. And it was inspiring, really. He's just love it. It's the ultimate musician, I really think.
Yeah. So I know that you have some little notes here. You got a scholarship to Berkeley.
Yes, I went to Berkeley.
That's amazing.
Berkeley.
How was that? I mean, how did you get the scholarship?
It was just, I think I submitted a few things, just submitted some stuff, and it worked out. Really, that's kind of all it was.
Did it just blow your mind? Like open up your mind musically?
Really, I mean, and I knew when I was looking at music schools, because I'm ultimately just obsessed with learning music, really, as we all are, but I just love to learn everything. And so Berkeley was my top, really. Berkeley was my top, and I like to think, they're very modern. That's what I really liked about it. I think just searching, I found out they were very modern, and they were all about the new, so they love all the jazz and the rock and everything, but they want to, move you forward. And that was inspiring because I wanted to walk out of there feeling confident, so I love it. Did
they teach you about recording as well? Things like that?
Everything. Recording, business, songwriting.
Smart. The business side, right?
Business side.
Yeah.
And they've got all the teachers there are just, they know it, they've got it. They're doing it, they do their work, and they come and they teach for a little bit and show us what they do, and then they go, I love it. I love it. And they're all...
So you recommend that for young musicians coming up if you can?
Absolutely. Yeah. I really think so, of course, because it's my school.
And where would you say for a young musician starting out, start with lessons?
I think you really should. I mean, there's tons of ways you can learn guitar now. I'm very traditional. I like to go to a teacher. I like to have them show me, and I like to go home and learn it, know? So I like to be traditional, but you can go on YouTube and find somebody, it's beautiful how we can do this now.
Sure.
You can go
or you can mix it all up. I take lessons, and I take lessons online.
Or learn by yourself.
Yeah, and that as well.
Pick it up and play. Yeah. Listen to, your favorite players and how do they do it. Watch them, So I think I like to be open. Like, I saw you were reading Zen guitar. So I love the thing in Zen guitar where there's multiple ways to get to the top of the mountain.
Yes.
Just as a guitar, you need to be open to, there's YouTube, there's the lessons, there's on your own, there's, anything. So I like to think of it, we're all on the trip to the top of the mountain, and there's multiple ways to get there. So absolutely.
I love it. That's good advice for people. Let's change your tuning and then play me a little bit of your new song. Okay?
Perfect.
Okay. So I wanted you to play me a little bit of your new song, which is Say Goodbye, featuring Moxie Ann. Tell me about Moxie Ann.
All right, so my dear friend Moxie, she's been my good friend for many years now, and so I was working on this song, I had the ideas, and I needed a singer, and Moxie's my go-to. If anybody knows me, Moxie's my go-to for my singer, and so I asked her, hey, do you want to kind of help write this song with me? And we've been songwriting for quite some time now, so we get along, and as far as cranking out a song, we can do it.
And you get each other.
We get each other. We just sit in a room and we bounce off ideas and write it down or go back and forth. And so she immediately said yes. She's so sweet. And so we went through with it, and we went in the studio and we cranked it out, and she's just top notch in the studio. She comes prepared, she's ready, and I love her voice. If I
can't wait to hear it. When are we going to be able to hear it?
You can hear it. It's on iTunes. Yeah, it's on iTunes. And
so
we can hear it.
We're going to give you all the information for that. So play me a little bit of the riff.
Play it? All right, let's hear it. Let's see. So we got this opening riff, and it's really cool. Here we go. So that's kind of
great.
Yeah, I knew I wanted to open up with that riff. I knew I wanted to kind of bring us into that zone. So I love it.
That I can hear all your influences right in that one riff.
Lots of Zeppelin, some Jack White mixed in there.
Yeah. Badass. Thanks so much for hanging out with us.
Perfect. Thank you.
Best of luck on everything. You got our support here, and we'll make sure you guys can get all the information on the new stuff. Sydney Ellen, Say Goodbye, featuring Moxie Ann. See you guys.